In this video, 10 famous people who were not afraid to tell the truth about themselves. Their frankness caused admiration, scandals, and even changed the industry. Who are they? What did they have to face? Lady X with you now. Let's go! Number 10. Ben Whishaw. Ben Whishaw was born in October 40, 1980 in the United Kingdom. The actor quickly won the love of the public and the respect of professionals. He announced himself at the Royal National Theatre when he played in a play based on the Vogue Dark Beginnings by Philip Pullman. The actor does not hide his sexual orientation, openly admitted that he is gay. In 2012, Ben Whishaw and the composer from Australia, Marc Jacobs, celebrate the conclusion of a civil partnership. Under UK law, this means that the marriage is registered in City Hall, but now consecrated in a church. The couple met in 2008 when the movie Bright Stars was filmed. The actor and his husband live in London. In the spring of 2022, it became known about the divorce of the couple. The former spouses managed to maintain friendly relations. Soon there were changes in Ben's personal life. On the set of the project It Will Hurt, he met with Cardiff Keevan, with whom he had a romance. The couple began to be often seen together. Number 9. Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris was born in June 15, 1973 in the United States. He was proved with his career that a talented person is talented in everything. He has a large number of movie roles and bright performances, several books and performed musical hits. Among other things, in the United States, Neil is known as a professional illusionist. The professional life of the actor is no less interesting and intense than his creative destiny. Neil is openly gay. His official coming out took place in 2006. For 2 years before the recognition, Neil met on the set with David Barker, who soon became his husband and faithful companion. The husband of the artist himself was fond of facial arts, later became a she. In the family raised the cult of food, and Harris even made a separate page in social networks to demonstrate the culinary masterpiece of his chosen one. In 2010, with the help of surrogate mother, twins Gideon and Harper were born, and a year later the newlywed parents announced their engagements. The lovers planned a wedding in 2014 in Perugia, Italy. Number 8. Rupert Everett. In Hollywood, Rupert Everett was talked about as a handsome man who women would never get. The actor always said that gay men and women have something in common, and as wrote the Times that if arrogance was paid for, Mr. Everett would be a millionaire. It's no secret that Rupert is hardly the first celebrity to tell the world about his non-traditional orientation. Everett's coming out happened back in 1989, when such a recognition seems crazy. At one time, the actor even saw this as a reason that there are not worthy roles in this filmography. Rupert admired that extensive frankness a direct road to oblivion, at least in the actor's environment. The same Hollywood, according to the stars, forces to play gay actors, but from the gays themselves turn away. There are European actors who look at persons of their own sex with different eyes, but do not dare to admit it, do not experience any inconveniences professionally. For now, Everett lives with his boyfriend Anwick, an accountant from Brazil. Number 7. Murray McKellen. Murray McKellen is a British actor known to movie fans for his role in many Hollywood blockbusters. For compatriots from Britain, he is associated primarily with the performance of dramatic and comedic images in the plays of the genius of English literature William Shakespeare. For the role of Gandalf, Ian was awarded the US Screen Actors Guild Award. In addition, he received nomination for Oscar. As a teenager, Ian McKellen realized that he is not attracted to the opposite sex. Officially, the actor announced his non-traditional sexual orientation in 1988. Previously, the artist could not decide to come out due to the criminalization of non-traditional relationships in England. Ian McKellen became the first gay man who was awarded in knighthood. As a young actor, the actor was in the relationship with Bolton history teacher Brian Taylor for 8 years. The romance of the couple began in 1964 and ended in 1972. Later, the chosen one of the young became Sean Mathias. Romantic connection turned into a civil marriage. They met at the Edinburgh Festival and were together for 10 years. The breakup occurred because Sean began to be too jealous of the success of his partner, whose career went up sharply. Despite this, the former lovers retained friendly relations. In 2009, Sean invited Ian to the play Waiting for Godot. Number 6. George Richard Chamberlain. George Richard Chamberlain, born in March 31, 1934 in Los Angeles, is an American film and television actor and singer. He is widely known for his role as Dr. James Kildare in the television series Dr. Kildare, for which he won the Golden Globe Award. The actor is open about his orientation. Chamberlain had a loving relationship with actor Wesley Everett. In 1977, he met actor, producer and writer Martin Robert, and they began living in a common law marriage in Hawaii, where after some time Chamberlain managed to legally register Robert as his partner so that he would be entitled to be real estate in the future. They both appeared in the movie Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold, where they played brothers. The actor then temporarily left Hawaii and Robert and returned to Los Angeles to focus on his career. In 2003, Chamberlain wrote a biographical book, Shattered Love, in which he recounted his years-long experiences with his homosexual orientation. The book describes the stage of his spiritual formation. The main idea of the book is the love and happiness that exists within a person who lives with an open heart. In recent years, Richard Chamberlain has resumed his painting endeavors. Number 5. Tom Ford. Tom Ford is a designer and director who gained worldwide fame during his years at the fashion house Gucci and later became the founder of the signature brand. He was born on August 27, 1961 in Austin, USA. Ford met his other half in his youth. He was in a relationship with Richard Buckley, journalist ex-head of Broke Homes International magazine. In 2012, Tom and Richard became parents, resorting to the method of surrogacy. The boy was named Alexander John Jack Buckley Ford, and in 2014 the lovers got married. 2021, in the press there was a new wave of attention to the personal life of the designer. It became known that Ford's husband Richard Buckley died after a long illness. The account of the fashion creator in Instagram is fully devoted to his work project. There are post photos of clothing collections and previews of new products. Number 4. Michael Kors. According to journalist of the Wall Street Journal, Michael Kors is the most influential and prominent designer of New York. The man was born on August 9, 1959. His biography is the story of a talented self-taught who tries, experiments and is not afraid to make mistakes. Now the designer's brand continues to gain popularity, not yielding to Calvin Klein, Prada, Chanel. Kors is openly gay and discusses issues of personal life without shyness. He has been with his partner Lance Lepper since the early 19th. When the United States legalized same-sex marriage, the couple became one of the first who wished to formalize their relationships. Michael's husband worked in his company as a creative director. And before we move on the top 3, write in the comment, who do you think is the most interesting person? Number 3. Marc Jacobs. Marc Jacobs is a world-famous designer of American origin. The first models of future collections appeared in Marc's notebook when he was 15 years old, and his knitting skills helped him to get his first job in life, a jewelry boutique, where he knit pullovers. Since his work was in demand, Marc did not think long about that university to choose, and went to Parsons School of Design. He was named Student of the Year in his third year at the school. Designer Marc Jacobs considered himself a man of integrity, so he did not wait for the media to bring out his secrets, and himself admitted to his non-traditional sexual orientation. For his cordial friend and man Lorenzo Martone, Jacobs was just crazy. Jacobs and Martone first talked about their relationship in 2008. The same year they announced their engagement and then secretly formalized their relationship on the tropical island in San Bartolomeo in the Caribbean. However, the partners lived together for 2 years, after which they broke up. Engagement of Marc Jacobs with his new boyfriend, Charlie DeFrancesco, took place on April 5, 2018, when the fashion designer showed himself as a true romantic, arranged a dance flash mob to Prince some kiss, got down on one knee and held out the ring, and the other day in New York the couple got married. Number 2. Elton John. Elton John is a famous British pop rock singer and composer, one of the most successful musicians in the United Kingdom. He is the winner of numerous awards including a Grammy and an Oscar, and Seal of the British Empire. In 1999, Elton was recognized by American listeners as the best musician of all time. Elton John achieved his highest commercial achievement in 1976 as a duo with Kiki D. The single Unbreakable Heart topped both the American and English charts. Shortly after the single release, Elton John openly declared his bisexuality in an interview with Rolling Stone magazine. The singer later admitted that this formulation was a compromise. He did not dare to declare his homosexuality immediately, so as not to upset fans, many of whom were horrified by even this softened version. In 1984, he tied himself in marriage to 28-year-old German Renate Blue. The marriage was not a happy one. 4 years later, Elton filed for divorce. After the divorce in 1988, Elton John made a coming out, admitting he was not interested in women at all. He no longer hid his homosexuality, had numerous efforts, and met the love of his life in 1993. The favorite Elton became a Canadian director, David Furnish. Elton John always dreamed of children, and in 2010, John and David became fathers of a boy, Zachary, who was carried by a surrogate mother, and in 2013 was born the second son, who was named Elia. Number 1. Domenico Dolce. Domenico Dolce is a fashion designer for Italy, born on August 13, 1958 in Apulizia Generosa. Working in the atelier, Dolce met Stefano Gabbana. The young man had many similar interests. They loved the Baroque era, classic cinema of Italy. Both were people with non-traditional sexual orientation. In 1982, they decided to found a joint company, Dolce Gabbana, starting with a startup capital of about 200 euros. As they said, they were alone and no one believed in them. No one agreed to help. The press was skeptical. It was hard times. Fortune was not on their side. But in time, they were noticed by international critics, and so little by little, they got back on their feet, just making collection after collection. Since 1985, the partners began to live together, but could not reveal their feelings to the public. In 2004, the lovers separated but continued to live in the same house. Each of them has started a new relationship. Stefano, talking about his relationship with Domenico, said that they continue to love each other and remain members of the same family. But this love was undergone a change and has become deeper and more measured. Dolce tells journalists, and despite the separation, their relationship will continue forever, and also admits to mutual love. Also, their couple became famous thanks to a high-profile scandal at a fashion show called Via La Mama, pregnant models and babies. The authors of this collection declared that the babies that are born from test tubes they consider synthetic, as they believe life was a natural flow and there are things that should not to change. A person is born from a mother and a father, or at least that's the way it should be. After this interview, an army of fans at the Italian brand started a war against Dolce and Gabbana.